It's funny how the title changed now. Totally brand new speech from what I was going to do a few minutes ago. That's okay. It's totally fine. I've done this one, so I can do this one too. And I'll blend in some of the stuff I was going to say this morning anyway. It's all good. The title is it. I can do what I want in between. As I said on TV, and you saw it, they don't have your script. Like, you don't have my script. All you have is what you said. I can say anything I want. You don't know if I planned it or not. Isn't that exciting? That gives me a chance to play up here. That's the most important thing you can do. One of the other things I've learned over the years is if I play, the audience has fun, I have fun, we all go home and have a good time. And if they go home smiling, it's a good thing. But anyway, I did not come to Toastmasters to be a leader. How many joined Toastmasters because, hey, I really want to be a leader? Okay, one or two people. There's always at least one in the crowd. Most of you came because you wanted to learn how to get better in making presentations, and how to speak, you wanted to be confident, all those kinds of things, right? I'll tell you a secret after almost 28 years in this organization. The best thing I ever did was saying yes to stepping up to leadership.
It's true.
At the time, I didn't get it. At the time, I didn't get it. But the best thing I've ever done, even as a speaker, as a professional speaker, was to say yes to stepping up to leadership. Because I didn't want to be a leader. You know, not me, I don't want to be a leader. She could be a leader. No, you could be a leader. You could be, somebody else should do it. I don't want to do it. I came here because I wanted to be a motivational speaker. I wanted to travel the world. I wanted to get people excited about their lives and their careers and all that stuff. I don't want to be a leader. Like, what's a leader look like? You know? Lloyd looks like a leader. He should be a leader. He's distinguished.
Gray hair.
But he looks like a leader, I tell you. I mean, what's a leader look like? Look at the people at your table. Seriously, look at the people at your table. This is the audience participation part. And you're laughing. Why are you laughing? Because you're looking at other leaders. We all look different. And that's cool. Because you can imagine looking at the same thing in the mirror every single day. Or like in my house, waking up to the same thing every day. My poor wife. Somebody asked me, "Do you wake up grumpy?" And I said, "No, I let her sleep." And I say that when she's there and she laughs harder than you did. Because it's a joke. She's not a morning person. She's good once the coffee kicks in. I love my wife terribly. Actually, probably that's true. But I'm getting better with practice. And you can tell her I said that, because that's a brand new one, just happened now.
Write it down.
Write it down, please. Some of the best things I said, I don't know yet. They come out of I said last night when we were talking to the seasoned leaders, because we had an area governor come to my club. And I'll tell this story because it's actually true. And at the end of it, he was doing his area governor report, and he was saying some nice things, and he quoted something I thought was brilliant. And so I said to him, I said, "Can you repeat that? I want to write it down." And he looked at me like I was stupid. And he said, "Bob, you said it." You know, I said it, but I didn't hear it. Because it came out without thinking, it just, boom. So hang around. Sometimes I'm going to say something brilliant, and if it's really good, I'll get her to write it down. I don't remember. Because sometimes the best stuff happens when you have an audience. And I don't know if you've seen it yet, but wait till you see the video we did last night. And with apologies to your bathroom. To Orlando's bathroom will never be the same. Because it's now immortalized on Facebook. At least the 5,000 people I know, and I'm sure they're all sharing it. And the people in District 78 are probably sharing it right now. Going, this is this guy coming. We did an event last night at Tekla's house. And Lloyd, did you see the one where I was hitchhiking?
Yeah.
Lloyd did that. He suggested that. And Catherine, who was the district director in 42, I said, "Could we do this?" "Oh yeah, I know there's a sign for Winnipeg." So we drove like 10 miles out of our way to come back so we could stop, and I could pretend to be hitchhiking with the Winnipeg sign in the background. And then I took my shot, sent it to Lloyd, and he put that together. And I thought, that's brilliant. So I had a brilliant idea yesterday when we were out traveling. I said, how about we do a video of me in Techless bathroom pretending to prepare for District 78. And so we did that. And he's knocking on the door. Hey, I gotta go. Yeah, me too. I'm getting ready to go to District 78. You know, how'd I go? And I said, well, don't ask me, ask them. And the camera pans, and you got Tekla and David and a couple of other people in the tub. And that's on the internet right now. And one of the things I said in there that he recorded is I said, I want to have fun. Which is why I'm wearing this. Because life is too short not to enjoy yourself. That's the leadership journey. The leadership journey is about having fun and bringing other people along with you. Now, let me give you a little tip. Somebody thinks they're a leader. Here's the easiest way of finding out if you're a leader. Look over your shoulder. If nobody's there, you probably aren't. There's a lot of people who are labels. There's a lot of people who have, they got titles. They're not leaders. How many of you know that? People don't follow leaders who have titles. They follow leaders who are really leaders, who care about them, that demonstrate that they care about them, that demonstrate that they know what they're doing. Well, maybe they don't know what they're doing, because like this year as Region Advisor, it was very similar to my year as Area Governor. It was towards the end of my first year in Toastmasters. And my friend Dorothea Hendricks, and I say that because I still love her, said, Bob, have you ever thought about being an area governor? I have to be careful when people say that, because Dan Rex said that to me last year. Have you ever thought about being a regional director? Got me in trouble. Next time somebody says, have you ever thought, I don't want to hear it. And then she said, have you ever thought about being an area governor? It's a lot of fun, and it doesn't take any work away. And the people in the audience are laughing, and the ones who have done the job, they realize that's not totally true. It's a lot of fun, but it doesn't take a lot of work if you only do what's required. But if you do what's needed, it can be a lot of work. But it can be tremendously satisfying. So my first year as a Toastmaster, I ended up president of the club that was dying. Area governor of 5 clubs. We have 1 club that's in good shape. And we got 3 in the middle we're not sure yet. And this lady comes along and has the audacity to say, we're going to be #1 in the world. We're going to be presidents of distinguished, but not only that, we're going to be #1 in the world. Some of us started buying into that. We started listening and thinking, what if we could become #1? Or what could we do to just at least move it forward? How can we take it just one more level? One more little bit. We did some interesting things in my area. Like I said, I had 5 clubs, not too sure about 40. I had an interesting idea, which is what I call the idea man. Sometimes I do that. I thought, if I could expose these people to a really good speaker, maybe they get excited about what we could teach them in Toastmasters. And there was a guy I knew, his name was Peter Lake. He was Bernie's son. I knew Bernie because Bernie and I worked with the New Westminster, Miss New Westminster pageant. He would teach him how to walk, and I would teach him how to talk. And it was so much fun the night that they showed up, because all of a sudden they're in evening gowns, and I'm going, who are these women? Because I had them in frumpy, they were coming in their sweatshirts and hoodies and whatever, and then all of a sudden they're beautiful women, and they're walking. See, even I learned something. And they're talking, and I'm going, and their parents are going, wow. So I knew Peter. I knew he was a good speaker because I saw him do a tribute to his dad. They had a special evening in New Westminster for Bernie. And so I said, Peter, I'm an area governor with Toastmasters. And I've got some struggling clubs. I think if I can get them excited about what they can learn about speaking, it might be happen. He said, well, I'd be glad to come. So I went and rented a hotel room like this. I invited my 5 clubs, and I said to them, I said, bring your friends, bring your family. We're bringing in Peter. I didn't know that Peter Lake was the Peter Lake. CSP, this is all the speaker stuff. The speakers now, Certified Speaking Professional Hall of Fame, CSP, Council of Peers Award of Excellence, which is NSA. Eventually went on to be Toastmasters Golden Gavel winner. thank you. I love the audience participation part. You guys are really quick. You must be Toastmasters. No, well, actually better than that. Number 13 in the world. Because people got it. Number 13 in the world for our category, which we started out with 120, through down to 8 members. Number 13 in the world. Because people got the excitement. They got a chance to see what I could do in Toastmasters. What I could learn with what we're learning. And you're here just for this is what you're going to learn. You could be doing this. In fact, if you want, you can come up and I'll sit down. She was here because she saw the TV thing. And she was so impressed with Tekla, she had to come. Let me ask you a quick question. How many of you love what Tekla did on TV? Because people will give you the gift of their observations. What worked, what didn't work, what made sense for them. They will do that for you as leaders. Because they will watch and they will listen. How many of you have kids? How many of you realize that some of our people we work with are like kids? It's the same thing. It really is. You know, you treat them all by treating them different. But your kids are watching. If you've had little kids, you're amazed what they see. Well, actually, you're amazed what they see because then you hear what they say or see what they do. Where'd you learn? I was watching Dad. Where'd you learn those words? Well, he was in the garage, working on the car. That's where I heard the words. When Mom was in the kitchen and she dropped the bowl on the thing, I heard those words. They're listening. The people you're leading are listening and they're watching, and they want to emulate you. That's scary. I mean, are some of you nervous now? Because you realize if you're a leader, you said you're a leader, you said that earlier, you can't back on it now. You know, people are watching you, and they're going, so you're a leader, huh? So go ahead, lead. Show me your best stuff. But if you show them that it's fun, and you show them that it's worthwhile, then people want to step up and lead. Have you ever noticed that? I have been in so many clubs where the Vice President of Education has whined all year about how much work it is and how hard it is to get people to sign up for projects and doing things. And then it comes election time. Hey, who wants to be Vice President? Education, and nobody even... I wonder why. Because you've done a tremendous sales job in saying how much work it is and how much fun it isn't. And who wants to take on something that's a lot of work and not fun, like being area governor, you know? Instead of sharing, yes, there's challenges. There's always challenges. If you're taking any kind of a leadership role, there's a challenge that goes with it. But I guarantee you, the end result of facing that challenge and overcoming that challenge, and you will overcome that challenge if you're a Toastmaster, because we'll help you. The end result is in the growth that you get from doing it. It's not the end result. It's like I told somebody last week, and again it was one of those things, write it down. I said, it's not about the letters, like the DTM or all. I said, it's about the learning. And I made him write it down because I thought that was brilliant. I just invented it as I said it. I'm listening now. I actually listen to me talk. Because I realize that once in a while something comes out worth listening to. It's really cool. It scares the heck out of me, but it's really cool. Sometimes I say something and go, wow, I did actually say that. Certain word, that'd be really cool. They go on here. Yeah, it was cool. Up here, nothing. It's a tough way to finish off puberty, I'll tell you. Yeah. Move from someplace where it's warm to someplace where the air hurts your face. Why does it hurt when I go outside, Mom? I don't know. Where I had to wear these for protection, not just for style. I wasn't robbing a gas station. I was trying to stay warm. That was my first year in Canada. It's like, how can you do this? I still say that now as an adult. I say to my wife, I say, how can we live like this? I love where I live outside of Edmonton, a little town called Egremont. About 70 people. I'm the eccentric one. I get to go away. I'm not saying it's a small town, but there's a sign on the edge of town saying, last one, I'll please turn off the light. I'm the century when I actually get to travel the world from Egremont. Nobody knows where Egremont is. Even in Edmonton, they don't know where it is. But it doesn't matter. My clients, when I go to work for clients, they don't care where I live, where I'm from. They go, can you come to, boom, to wherever. I mean, that's been the interesting thing. When we were starting to work on this tour, I'm doing 4 districts in about 4 weeks. And Lark Doley, who's our international president, is on the Zoom call, and I'm saying, Lark, just so you know, my district directors have committed to me to make sure that I work hard when I come to visit. And she's in the back. She's excited. I said, the deal is, as nice as Winnipeg is, because I've been here a few times. I've never been to Fargo. I'm sure it's a beautiful place. I'm going to be there Tuesday. I'm not coming for a holiday. It's not vacation. I'm here for a job. I have something to do. So while I'm here, put me to work. And they have. My feet, by the end of the day, sometimes are really sore. But it's a good kind of sore. Because I know that I'm doing something that's going to help your leaders advance what you're doing here in District 64. That's exciting for me. But I drove in. It was a Tuesday night. It was a dark night, no moon, but dark. I pull into the parking lot. It had been raining, so I'm dodging rain puddles as I go over to the exterior exit to go down to the basement of this church where this Toastmaster Club was meeting. Toastmasters of today. 13 steps. Ask me how I know it's 13 steps. Because I turned around and walked back up. And I had a conversation with myself in the parking lot. Have you ever talked to yourself? Have you ever talked to yourself when people weren't looking? And my conversation went like this. Hooey, John Newman suggested you should check out Toastmasters. You found this club. You drove all the way over here, about 40 minutes from New Westminster to Vancouver to check out this club. At least go down and open the door. So I thought, yeah, you're right. I wasted all this gas to come here. I should at least go see who's there. And I went down and opened the door and walked into my Toastmaster life. Lorna Cook was the president of Toastmasters of today. Went on to be the district governor of the year prior to me. We became friends. We followed along the way. She talked to me about what was important to me. She asked me things, which is what I was going to lead off with you. Where do you want to go, Bob? What would you like to do? What would you like to become? And she said, Toastmasters help you get there. That's what I was going to say to you earlier. That was going to be my lead. I was going to make me finish. But she said, okay, works good. I went home. It was Tuesday night. Friday in my mailbox was a nice little handwritten card saying, Bob, thank you so much for visiting our club. We really enjoyed having you. We hope you come back for another visit. And not only that, we hope you come back and join. I showed up the next Tuesday with a check. And that cemented my Toastmaster relationship. Laura and I went on to be area governors the same year. She went on to be Lieutenant Governor Marketing. I was public relations and then followed along. She influenced me. That's what we were talking about last night. That was one of the ladies who influenced me. That's the power you have as a Toastmaster and as taking on leadership, where you take responsibility. Leadership is really simple. It's taking responsibility for your life and your decisions and doing something with them. It's not hard. It can sometimes be difficult, but it's not hard. It's realizing that you have control over what you want to do in your life. You can choose to what you want to do in your life and choose for the better good. Choose for your growth, for your excitement, for your growth, for your success, for what you want to do, Dorian. Where you want to grow, what you want to do. It's your choice. Because that's where you start taking leadership of your own life, then other people start noticing and they start following, because most people want leadership. And if they see it in their life, they will follow you. If they see you start taking on additional roles in Toastmasters and starting to actually enjoy the challenge, they will do that too. And they'll become international directors and region advisors and maybe a second and third vice president. I didn't say anything. I'm just saying a possibility. I wouldn't be surprised. somebody over there's going, yeah. She brings her fan club with her. But does that make sense? I'm not trying to preach to the choir, but I do want to encourage you to step up and answer the question that I was asked. Leadership, why me? With a very simple why not. I'm equipped for it. I have the passion for it. I know I can do it. And I know that by doing it, I can make a difference for Toastmasters and people who come to Toastmasters in District 64. I can make a difference for them. That's why you want to be a leader. That's why you want to step up and step out and make this work. So thank you so much for allowing me to come and be part of your day. I'll be around until like 3:30. We'll have fun. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you so much, Bob, for sharing with us today. Are we taking something away from what Bob had to say today? I believe we are. It's been a pleasure to spend the last 4 days with this man. I believe we've learned quite a bit from Bob. And what Bob talks, he backs up by doing. And we saw that very evident in these last 4 days. He was encouraging, enthusiastic, and above all, he certainly had fun. And he had us having fun. We went into places this week where we didn't know what the outcome was going to be. But by the time we left, we knew where we were going with each of those visits. And that makes a difference. So all of us in this room can make a difference. And I think through Bob, we've certainly seen that we can make it. So I think Bob then wants you to believe that you too can do it. So Bob, on behalf of District 64, we appreciate your visit as a region advisor, bringing us to where we need to be and having fun. As a small token of our appreciation, on behalf of District 64, thank you. Congratulations. Thank you.